Dalai, welcome to Tibet this week, where we bring you a weekly news edition on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let us look at today's headlines. His Holiness the Dalai Lama congratulates new Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. US Secretary of State reaffirms commitment to Tibet. 9th session of the 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile begins budget session. 12th Education Council and Advisory Committee meeting held in Dharamshala. Representative Thinlay Chukki speaks on persecuted communities in China at UNHRC side event. His Holiness the Dalai Lama congratulated Mark Carney on his election as Liberal Party leader and appointment as Canada's Prime Minister. As an honorary Canadian citizen, he praised Canada's vibrant democracy and expressed gratitude for its support of Tibet. He wished Carney success in serving the Canadian people and contributing to global peace. Amid concerns over the U.S. decision to cut 83% of USAID programs, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio reassured Sikkim Pembasring in a letter on March 10 that the United States remains steadfast in its support for Tibetan human rights and freedom. Sikkim, speaking during the 9th Tibetan Parliament session, emphasized the significance of receiving such a letter personally addressed to the leader of the Central Tibetan Administration, calling it a historic gesture that reaffirms the strong U.S.-Tibet relationship. He acknowledged the efforts of the 16th Kasha, the Office of Tibet in Washington, D.C., and advocacy organizations like the International Campaign for Tibet and the Tibet Fund in securing crucial support for Tibetans. He also stressed the importance of aligning CTA programs with the interest of U.S. administration while upholding broader aspirations of the Tibetan people. Despite the suspension of USAID programs, Secretary Rubio has consistently reiterated U.S. dedication to the Tibetan cause. On March 1, he extended Losar greetings on his official X platform, celebrating the resilience of the Tibetan people and reaffirming the U.S. commitment to preserving Tibet's cultural, linguistic, and religious heritage. The continued engagement from the U.S. government underscores its long-standing support for Tibet, reinforcing the deep ties between the two communities in their pursuit of justice and freedom. On Monday this week, 9th budget session of the 17th Tibetan Parliament-in-Exile for 2025 to 2026 began and will run until March 31st. Speaker Khenpo Tempe opened the session, highlighting China's recent restrictions on Tibetan students and the release of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's latest book, Voice for the Voiceless. He reiterated that Tibet's reincarnation tradition cannot be politicized by China and urged Tibetans to remain hopeful. Sikkim Pembasring, serving as Finance Colonel, presented a proposed budget of Rs 3,675.30 million. The Budget Estimate Committee and Public Accounts Committee reports were also presented, followed by a motion for budget debate. The session included obituary references to key figures and welcomed foreign observers, including German MP Anna Elizabeth and UK Tibet Support Group members Kate Saunders. The 12th Education Council and Advisory Committee's two-day annual meeting commenced on 13th March at the Kashak Secretariat, focusing on reviewing past resolutions, improving curricula, and preserving Tibetan language and culture. Presided over by Sikkim Pembasring, the session was attended by Education Kalyan Thalam Droma Changra and key education officials. Discussions emphasized teacher training, school inspections, and the need to adapt education policies for better outcomes. Sikkim addressed concerns over USAID funding, noting Senator Marco Rubio's reassurance of continued U.S. support for Tibet. He also stressed nurturing students' diverse talents beyond academics. The meeting reviewed previous resolutions, finalized a computer curriculum, addressed social science teaching challenges, and explored strategies to strengthen Tibetan language proficiency and cultural preservation. On Tuesday this week, Representative Thinlay Chukki of the Tibet Bureau, Geneva, spoke at the site event during the 58th UNHRC session organized by the Society for Threatened People to highlight China's persecution of ethnic and religious minorities. The event featured activists and survivors from Uyghur, Kazakh, Falun Gong, and Christian communities, alongside representatives from 13 countries. Chukki emphasized the urgent need to protect Tibetan identity, condemning China's forced separation of Tibetan children into boarding schools, where their language and culture are being systematically eroded. She also denounced the suppression of religious freedoms, including the ban on Dalai Lama portraits and the unresolved disappearance of the 11th Panchen Lama. She further raised concerns about China's environmental policies in Tibet, particularly large-scale reservoir projects that forcibly displaced Tibetan nomads and monks without local consultation. Quoting the Dalai Lama's voice for the voiceless, she warned of intensified state control over Tibetan monasteries, with Chinese officials embedded in the administration and growing surveillance over daily life. Calling for international action, she urged the global community to stand against China's repression and safeguard Tibet's cultural, religious and environmental heritage. That is all the news for this week's edition of Tibet This Week. Thank you so much for watching.